All right, rock and roll, Kinsman.
Rock and roll for a Thursday night. We're getting set for Squid Game here. You're wearing your Thanos gear.
I told you it was Thanos.
Well, I knew who Thanos was.
Any idea there, Kinsman?
I knew who Thanos was.
Of course.
It's either Thanos' number or what? 456.
That's the only two
numbers. That's the only two I know.
Well, I'll give you a hint.
And 001.
I'll give you a hint. There's 456 numbers in
the
show. So you can go anywhere from 1 to 456.
1 to 456.
Yeah, that's right. And you see, I'm a keep the game going guy. I know you would be an X. For sure, you're an X. Like,
and split the cash.
First game, you're an X. Very busy day. I should say this. This next week we're off. Off for work, Kinsman.
Yes, we're taking next week off. Your dad's coming to town, and you're going to spend some family quality time, and we're just we're gonna put our feet up there.
Well, I'm not putting my feet up because I have tons of kids.
Well, that's it. You've got
and my dad's coming to town. I don't know what type of action you're at your house. My house, there's no feet up. Okay, feet are on the ground.
Some action
moving
with the boys anyway.
But yeah, my dad's coming to town. Has been here in a couple years. We're celebrating his 80th at camp. We got Mr. Bill coming out there.
Mr. Bill,
and we got a bunch of celebrations out there. So next week we're off, and so this is our last live show until the Tuesday after the holiday.
To the Tuesday after the long weekend. So yes, and we're going to end the week here on a bang, on a good note. Another great partnership that has come up to us here at Timmins Square. You might have seen the live today, the Vintage Patch, which is right next door to us. And we're glad to bring in Adam Bronson from next door to studio, Timmins Square.
You know what? He could have gave you a better introduction. That was kind of flat, Adam.
That was absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Was that awful?
No, that was absolutely excellent. I've known you guys for what, a whopping 24 hours?
24 hours.
That's enough.
Yeah. That is enough.
No, you guys have been a pleasure to meet.
Well, we're 1 for 1. We're off to a good start.
Well, I think we are, and again, we're already sporting the Vintage Patch wear, the hats.
So
two hats here.
So we're gonna get into it, and we're gonna show a video that's gonna showcase like your store. You're here for 3 weeks at the mall, what they call a pop-up store. It's a must-see.
It is definitely a must-see.
Thousands and thousands of options in there, right? Like you can be, if you're looking at a hat or a stickers, and Mark goes with just Joe regular Leafs.
I put the Leaf logo on.
We know that.
But I'm going to go back, but the Leaf logo was the first thing that popped to my eye, and amongst some other vintage patches.
Okay, name one other one you would put on your head, Kinsman.
Atlantic Aviation. I didn't know that Timmins had that.
That couldn't fit on the hat. That was this size.
I'll put it on something.
We can bring in a top hat.
Yeah.
You could wrap that thing around twice.
I think so.
Right?
Anyways, first of all, thank you for the hats.
You're very welcome.
Yes, thank you so much.
I went with Guns N' Roses.
Proud.
And here they are right here.
Yes.
Okay, so Vintage Patch, right next door to us, here at the Timmins Square. Just opened up the doors yesterday.
Yes.
So if you had to tell someone, and I'm going to play the video, by the way, of the tour of the store. If you had to tell someone who's never been to your store before, like, how would you explain it to them?
Don't expect 5 minutes to cover all the subject matter because as you said, there's a number of thousands of items to look at. And it's not just all patches. And if you're concerned that your 6-year-old might be offended by 70s humor, bring a blindfold.
Right. So here we are if you look over at the television set. So first of all, we're looking at your prices.
Yeah, retro prices.
Yes. So we purchase a lot of hats, by the way. And at least I do a lot. And your prices are super good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, we worked hard to acquire the patches at a price where we don't have to produce a crazy price for the customer. We know the market well. Mm-hmm. Right now, we're only buying Canadian produced hats. I don't mean that they're manufactured in Canada, but they are ordered and brought in and sold by Canadian companies. And I'm just not a big fan of some of those other companies out there that sell massive amounts of hats, because I know that they're perhaps taking advantage of people to
Gouging
some small
customers.
degree, or
Yeah.
you were gouging, or just there are other words. Can I say them on live TV? Anyway,
But okay, so this is, and I know we're going to talk about the hats, but you got multiple other things. But to me, this is a hat lover's dream. So right now on this video, we're showcasing hatches that you've taken some patches and sewn them on. And when we say sewn them on, they're not glued on. They're actually sewn on. You see the stitches on the back side of the hat.
so yeah, I mean, why take something that's rare and then just apply an adhesive to it that's going to ruin it? You can't. I've found old hats and thought, wow, look at that Can-Am motorcycle patch. I can't get it off. It actually will shred in my hands if I try to pull it. So I either cut around it, which is kind of goofy. So yes, my good partner and wife, Jess, learned to sew off of YouTube, and she sews them on one by one.
Yeah, that's, to me, that's tremendous. So it starts with quality. Now, number two, you also have a series of blank hats, blank canvases, and we're starting to look at the thousands and thousands of patches that you have right here, right next door to us here in Timmins.
Yep. So Mark was one or two boards over.
Yeah,
saw
he
this spectacular 1980s Maple Leafs patch.
I did.
Man's got good taste.
I do.
Oh,
He
okay.
chose a cap that's naturally going to fade in the sun. Typical trucker's cap, snap
Yeah,
back,
the trucker's
mesh back.
cap. I'm getting used to the trucker style.
And then what you did, well, you took a rock and roll patch from 1991. Yeah. It's got its copyright date on it. Same hat, different color. And they both look great. I mean, where else are you going to find something like this? You're not going to find something like this.
You're the first guy to call Mark like great when it comes to fashion, by the way. But I do agree, despite it being the
appreciate you,
Leafs,
Adam, I do.
it is a great hat. I got to respect the vintage logo. And you got him to get a new hat. Like that's like
That's where
That's-
that's
And into a
rec-
trucker's hat.
That's record breaking.
Yeah,
right?
it
got me out
is
of that.
like
What
you
do
really-
you call it? The dad style hat?
Yeah, like you wear more of a lower brim. It's
The
called,
lower brim,
It's called a dad
yeah.
hat. But essentially, you can go into the store, you could pick out patches, and then you pick out your hat, your blank canvas, and right in the store, you sew it right on the hat.
That's right. That's right. We've learned that Adam should get nowhere near a sewing machine.
That's why you've got Jess there. And we should say Jess holding the fort next door while you're sitting here with us.
Yeah, if you hear a scream, it's just somebody with a gun, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No, pretty tame here.
But you got, like, obviously I'm wearing rock and roll, Mark's wearing sports, but you got so much more than that. Like car enthusiasts, company enthusiasts.
Trucks, beer, pop, tractors, snowmobiles, superheroes, 70s, Star Trek, Star Wars.
Yeah.
We just sold a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle patch, still in its package from 1989, to a guy that definitely wasn't 5 or 6 in 1989.
But as you see the videos, it's taking a while to get there because you just have so many options.
Well, there's so much to see.
Yeah.
You need to go in there. And again, it says it right on your sign, Adam. It's like going into a museum, but everything in the museum's for sale.
That's right. And on the sign, I think it also says it's a blast from the past.
A
And
blast from the
it is,
past.
because we've been scolded for selling this stuff. People thinking, well, we just found a trove of pop culture history, and it should have been in a museum. What they weren't realizing is we had to put it together ourselves. So
I just seen the old IBM patch up there. So like you could probably wear a hat here in Timmins that no one's gonna have. Guaranteed. I've never seen someone with an IBM patch on their hat ever.
that's a big patch, and it may not fit, but you're right. I mean, there are
think it
people
would.
that are there are people. We've made hats just yesterday and today. You're not going to see another one.
Now, another thing here, if we take a look at your jacket, and I'm gonna go full screen to do it justice,
Yeah.
patches just don't go on hats.
No, I mean,
want
we
jackets?
there's a woman that works in the mall at one of the other stores. She came in, she bought a Rat rock and roll patch that was made right back at the beginning of Rat. And she's bringing her jacket after she washes it, and we're going to start helping her design her jacket.
Yeah.
And we've done a crazy amount of jackets. We've done head merch for a country Country and Western Star out of Ontario, who I'm not allowed to name, but you know.
But you can either be just a patch collector. You can throw them like it looks great on a jean jacket. By the way,
it does.
Hats, but really it doesn't. It can go anywhere. Now I want to look at the video here. So now we're into comics and magazines.
Yeah, not too many comics, but you're right. These are rock fantasy comics signed by the guy that originated the series, did the art, did the writing, published them. He passed away a few months ago. All of ours are signed. So they're neat. There's a few trading cards, mostly patches, vintage lapel pins, which I guess we'll get to. And then you're seeing some rock and roll decals from the early 80s.
Yeah, no kidding.
Once that guy, I guess that's me, puts down the Dynamite magazine with the Christopher Reeve on it.
like
What are you doing, Adam? Get out of
The best
get out of the
Superman
picture.
ever.
Well, here you're talking about like a Star Wars magazine that these magazines used to come with these big fold-out posters.
That's right. That's right.
And there are people that love retro. Now we're looking at the bumper stickers. I'll tell you, this one's Motley Crue. It's 85, and this is from Theatre Rapine. And so if you're a Crew fanatic like me, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I should charge you more for that when you come in.
Yeah, that's it.
I should just walk in and say I don't like Motley Crue. Like I made the first economic boo-boo right there. But just so many things like you wouldn't see at any other store.
And that's what, you know what? It's easy to be old glass and old furniture. It's easy because really nobody wants it. It's really hard to be able to offer people stuff that is truly cool. And if we're not interested in it, we just don't want to pick it up. I don't understand some of the things that people collect, but I don't need the 4,000 thimbles that I was once offered. Right, I'm all thumbs anyway.
You're all thumbs, I get you.
But you got quite the collection.
He really does.
You know, where did it all start, Adam? Was it one piece of collection or just something that you had and said, you know what, let's, we have to put a store together and travel across the country or, for this case, provinces to showcase your merch?
I don't want to get maudlin, but it started at the end of one life and at the end of one collectible and at the beginning of another. So my mother wasn't well. I came back from Asia, went to a market in London, Ontario, couldn't set up to sell thousands of Hot Wheels that were, needing to go. And but I found patches, and being a bit of a picker, I realized that there was some potential. Spoke to Jess, who's the boss, and she said, she was still in Thailand at the time, she said, buy them all. I think they're great, they're cheap to ship, and they're very cool, and who else does it? And that's where it started. And before my mother passed away, she was actually sitting at the dining table a couple of times, sorting through a few more thousand patches, putting them in, matching stacks, so we could get some sort of organization. She loved them. So that's where it started, and
it's a genius idea.
Yeah, it sure is.
I want to get more into that, but I want to show something here, and I paused it for we didn't miss it. So here are your flags, and we're going to go back to the flags because the flag's part of the Wheel of Winning tonight.
It is,
but you got multiple cool things in terms of flags also. Like that's fun for your garage, your camp, your man cave. Your office.
So what we did is some of the patches we just left. Some of the patches we've only ever seen one. So how are you supposed to enjoy that, right? And it was too small to really enjoy anyway. And others are they're all uncommon, and we just wanted to spread the vintage patch love, if you will. So we didn't make a lot, made 30 or 40 of each piece, and they're very popular. And we also made our company logo there, the TVP, the vintage patch at the same time. Took advantage of the bulk price. I like a deal, like everybody else.
And there you are, and you're here two places at once. And I hope we get a close-up here, but you were also talking about the pins, and I think we'll do a decent job here. I mean, the best thing is they enter the store.
Yeah, go and see it.
But now we're
in
looking
person.
at your massive pin collection. It's unreal.
I know, it was, when you go downstairs in the morning for a cup of coffee and say, good morning, honey, your wife is not supposed to say, I was thinking we should get into vintage pins too. Because my expletives in language were not very favorable. because I said it's hard enough finding the bleep, 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 bleep vintage patches, but she was right. And we worked hard at it. And she's put together a pretty spectacular collection. So I'm not sure if there is a Maple Leafs pin, but Mark is going to live. But there are Guns N' Roses pins.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
GNR.
I noticed that. So such an amazing collection. Now, you did teach me one thing, and it reminds me because we have a comment on here.
Okay.
And it's from I think it's Tanya, and she said, "I love the Keep on Trucking hat." Now, I also know your store has some slightly naughty items for people who like to get a little spicy.
Yeah.
And
spice up
I don't
their
know how to
life a
put
bit.
this, Kinsman,
Yeah.
but I learned a new saying. It's not keep on trucking, it's close, but the T fell off and they replaced it with,
Replaced with another
an
word
F.
and a letter.
And whatever that means. But there's a lot. You can also have some fun things in there if you want to expand your spiciness.
What happened in the 70s before, the modern day censorship came along, you might even say wokeness at times, is that parodies were, frequent. So Mad Magazine, parodies of everything. And the Wacky Packages, parodies of everything. It wasn't Coca-Cola, it wasn't Coke, it was Croak, right? And we have some of those patches. And so one of the most popular ones was Enjoy Cocaine, which I'm not an advocate of, but there was the parody. And Robert Crumb's Keep on Trucking became Keep on Procreating, shall we say.
Procreating,
So
right.
there are those patches in the store. And what's interesting, and this is, for me, I'm passionate about this, so it's very briefly. Every patch has a story for somebody, but some patches teach us about our life today. And stickers, similar to patches. So we have a sticker that says, make love, not war. Well, look at the world's circumstances, right? Without getting too serious. That should be on everybody's toolbox or car because it's a reminder that fighting doesn't get us anywhere.
No, it doesn't get us anywhere at all.
I love that, yeah. I mean, absolutely, yeah. There's a lot of statements to be made in the store. But to me, like, it's a place of fun. And the other thing, you can go in there and buy like tons of items and spend some money, but your prices are very friendly.
Thank you.
I think, I don't know you too well, but I think you and your wife have given a lot of thought like to the consumer and what today's world is. I really think
especially with the hats, but we're trying and yet we're not going to give something away because it's not easy to find.
Right.
So good example, and I don't want to sound arrogant, but the Orange Crush patches that we have now, from the 1970s, super collectible, very hard to find. They used to be $40 on our board. Then we sold the last one. Well, I'm looking, I have lots of feelers out all the time, and then suddenly 32 landed in my lap. They weren't cheap, but 32 Orange Crush, it's better than sex for me. Especially at my age, it's the only sex I have, right? So
Fair enough.
now the price is $30 because I know that we have enough that they're going to be available to people for a longer period of time.
But even more than that, I think what I'm getting is like you have patches that are all types of prices.
Yes.
And all types of styles. Of course, you got ones that are difficult to get. Everyone knows it's simple economy that if it's a rare item, it's going to cost more. But you're definitely not going to break the bank if you're in there because you just got so many like different options.
Thank you. We've got $8 patches and $10 patches, and we've got $15 patches and $20 patches, and we have a $250 patch in there and a few that are close to that.
Got patches for every budget.
Your Leaf one's not $250, kids. Don't worry about that. There's more the $8. What'd you think?
So?
You're a Leaf fan. Like I'm stuck between two Leaf fans. I'm not
So,
winning this argument.
I'm not so much a Leaf fan anymore. I'm more of the business of hockey fan, and then even that started to
to get at you.
There's more to life than sports. Although sports are fun, and look, if the Leafs are in the semifinals,
you're gonna watch it.
I'm going to be at Mark's house.
You'll watch it on Channel 4 there.
No.
Anyway, I want to talk about this amazing prize pack, which we call our Wheel of Winning. And this is what you've donated tonight. So walk us through exactly what we're looking at here, because this is a lot of fun.
Okay, so the Toronto Maple Leafs bumper sticker, we came across a bunch of them and I picked them up, and I don't think that they're overly old. I think they're about 15 years old. And then working clockwise, you have a Cramps, officially made. The Cramps were a band from the 70s, for those that don't know, made in California. I bought a couple of thousand pieces from a guy in California that, like me, likes to buy large quantities of stuff. And then to the right, because I'm blind as a bat, I think that's a Bud Dry pin.
It's right in front of you here. I can
Bud Dry.
Okay, yeah, that's a Bud Dry pin that was made by
remember Bud Dry?
Peamware.
Yeah.
It's made around 1990. And then the other pin is an old NASA pin made in the 80s. And they come with an extra backer so you don't lose it on your first night out. And then there is a 1973-74 Le Mans Racing Products out of Wisconsin decal that says it's a dog-eat-dog world.
Yeah.
And both dogs are looking pretty happy about that. And then there is a flag. In this case, it's Long Live Rock, which happens to be a Who album, but for the longest time I didn't know that.
Oh.
I just discovered that by chance. I thought it was just a British flag saying, hey, long live rock. But in this package that you're presenting, they don't have to take that flag. They're stuck with all this other garbage that we're offering. Okay. But they can come in and choose any flag they want, including, I think, the back room that you were alluding to, where the highly profane keep on procreating and some other right-on patches, flags are located, and they can choose whichever one they want.
So this has to be one of the coolest prizes.
This is a cool prize
we've ever had on
is.
the show. So so the flag's interchangeable, even though I would recommend going with the one that's in the package, but that will be winner.
Winner
can
decide.
Decision,
Yeah, and listen, if they want us to insult them too when they come in, we'll do that for free. Let's look at an extra vintage bonus.
An extra vintage bonus. Yeah. So, well, thank you for doing that. And so if folks haven't made their way down to the Timmins Square, so we are down toward more closer to the SEBA
I'm going to say the Telus end.
Or the Telus end.
Yeah.
And you're right next door to us. Now, how long are you here for?
Until August 12th.
Right.
At the end of August 12th, we get drunk, and then we pack up the next day, and then we head down to New Hamburg for the Mopar Fest. And they're a different crowd. Everybody's a different crowd. It's interesting.
So you spend, like you and your wife spend a lot of time on the road then?
Yes, I mean, that Bud Dry pin, that didn't come easily. I was warned off, the woman that had them.
Okay.
She was a drug addict. She wouldn't show up. She'd mess you about. Well, I made a decision, and we went down to Texas, and she answered the door, and we spent a week buying pins from her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so we go a long way. We went to California twice in one summer. My wife's face when I told her we needed to go back a second time in the car, again, from New Brunswick.
Right.
Anyway. For better or worse, that's what I told her.
Well, you know what? Sounds like to me you got a very supportive partner and team going here.
She's probably in a lot of ways more important to the business than I am.
But you're going to walk into the store, you're going to meet yourself, you're going to meet your wife, and we even seen how hard you folks were when you're getting everything set up. Because it's not an easy feat what you're doing, because you're showcasing thousands of products.
And you know what? We've set up in a lot of different malls in different places. I got to give credit to Timmins Square, to Keith, the ops guy here, and to Bonnie, and to Kelly, because Keith, they all made it super easy. They lent us some tables. If I need a ladder from another mall, there's a big insurance issue. There's grief about, but if you damage it, you'll owe us this much. Keith said, I'm happy to lend you my ladder. And they don't put your sign up in other malls, but they put our sign up here.
Nice.
So I am really enthusiastic about our current circumstance. Meeting you two guys, I have to admit it, I don't want to, but I did. And look, we'd love this to go as well as it's been going, because we'd love to be back every year for a month in the summer. You know, get bitten by mosquitoes and and
Spruce bugs.
Listen to the two of you insulting each other.
Yes.
I mean, that's high value entertainment.
It really is.
Yes, it is.
There'll probably be more insults when you come back next. But you're right about them all, and we've had the similar experience. Like they've been wonderful to work with, and that just helps your business keep going. It just running a business, no matter what you're doing, is not an easy thing. And you know, when you get some easy people to work with that are like forming
Great
partnerships,
partnerships.
Doesn't happen that often.
No.
And well, you guys must say the same thing. If I'd known then what I know now, I wouldn't have done it, right? In some cases.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, you have a patch on your jean jacket, and I don't know if that's how that's going to play on camera, but it's on your sleeve. It says Cooper. And I'm pretty sure that was on my Cooperalls when I was a kid. You remember Cooperalls?
Cooperalls,
Kinsman?
yeah.
They were hockey pants, but they were like full pants.
The Philadelphia Flyers
over
used to
here.
have.
Yeah, Cooper, yeah.
So it is Cooper, the old sporting goods the equipment company. I looked long and hard. I found it from a French-Canadian woman whose English was not good, who was selling counterfeit Harley-Davidson rings. I mean, she had some old patches.
Right.
So we don't do anything counterfeit.
This patch community and pin community sounds
quite-
pretty fun.
Yeah.
And so I bought these from a woman named Millie, and then I researched it and found out that Cooper's done and long gone, but they're manufacturing hurling sports equipment, mostly sticks, in Scotland, I think.
Okay.
So somebody bought that brand, that amazing brand, and took it overseas.
Unreal.
So it's not drinking beer anymore after the game. It's drinking scotch, I guess. I don't know.
Amazing stories behind each
yeah,
patch and pin and every artifact you have. Again, they can pick your brain and Jess's, and you'll tell the stories behind them.
At my autopsy, they're going to open it up and just say,
It's going to be patches.
that's just a mess of useless trivia.
Okay, so why don't we do
phenomenal.
this? Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap this conversation up, and we'll do it. We'll show you our wheel of winning.
The wheel of winning.
If you
Beautiful.
think patch finding is fun, our wheel of winning is going to be a hoot.
I'm going to fasten my seatbelt.
You will.
Fasten your feet,
Yeah,
seatbelt,
it is
and
awesome.
tell everybody back in New Brunswick about the wheel of winning.
Yes. All right. We'll do that right when we come back, right after this.
Did someone say brisket? For delicious melt-in-your-mouth goodness, stock your freezers with Farm Hill Lane Co. right here from Timmins. Locally grown meat delivered straight to your door. 705-262-2621. And book a summer detail this week at the Shine Shop Crown Timmins and get a free engine shampoo. 705-268-4855. Are you a first-time home buyer? Albert Seal at Royal LePage, your Northern Realty leaders. He's got your back. Give him a call today, 705-465-3493. And fire doesn't take a vacation. The Timmins Fire Department remind you to replace your worn-out alarms and batteries and test them monthly. Fall registration is on now for Timmins Little League Baseball for ages 9 to 12, August 5th to September 11th. All the details, timminslittleleague.ca. And Eli loves to shop at Pet Value Hollinger Court, and your pet will too. Open Monday to Saturday, 9 to 9 p.m., and Sundays, 10 a.m. to 7. The Fantastic Four, Smurfs, and I Know What You Did Last Summer are all on the big screen this week at Imagine Cinemas. For tickets and showtimes, ImagineCinemas.com. And we shop at Boreal Home and Decor, and you should too for amazing deals like we got. 374 Algonquin Boulevard East or online, BorealHD.ca. Timmins' only fully gluten-free restaurant is the Flourless Fox Take Home. Check out their new freezer selections this week, 89 Cedar Street South in Timmins, where there's no cross-contaminations. Welcome Week 4 campers this week to Camp Bickle. To register your child for Week 5 or to sponsor a camper, visit campbickle.ca. And Sweet Freeze Timmins now serve fruit drink refreshers, pineapple breeze, peach creamsicle, and more, 175 3rd Avenue, or order online, sweetfreeze.com. And nearly 70% of people living with dementia in Canada are women. Find out why at alzheimers.ca/Timmins. Sign up now for the Timmins Majors Developmental Camp. Happens August 22nd through 24th at the Whitney Arena. It's $100 per player. All the details and to register, TimminsMajors.com. And balloons for every occasion at the Pop-Up Balloon Shop. Call 705-288-3253 today or check out their new store at 269 Dale Avenue. Bonus bucks and accessory credits and more with Honda ATVs at Mikey's. Stop into their showroom today, 1301 Airport Road. Crunch up to perfection and spice up your taste buds this week at All Baked Fried Chicken. Located 999 Riverside Drive. Call to order 705-904-0999. Our Timmins Square studio came to life with mindful living interiors. For residential or commercial design, we highly recommend Jennifer. Call her today, 705-951-0908. Pumpkin is more than just a fall treat for your dog. It's one of the best ways to the best nutrition packed with nutrients. Spoiled Rotten can educate you. Call them today, 705-288-0859. Get your tickets now for the Porcus Stampede and Rodeo, August 23rd and 24th in Porcus. Online, porcusag.ca. Buy 2 and get 1 free. Absolutely everything car washes with Esso on the Run. Located 562 Algonquin Boulevard. And book a showing this week for 293 Elm Street North with Jessica Gervais from Royal LePage, your Northern Realty leaders. Call now, 705-263-0136. Be seen with Wood Green Advertising. You could be on a billboard nearest you. Call today, 705-288-8446. And try a double-layered taco today at Burrito Guys in the Porcupine Mall. Also pick up a tasty Yogan Fruz for dessert, 705-579-2057. And Timmins Student Works Painting painted our new studio. They did a fantastic job. Comes with a 3-year warranty, 705-363-0800. Voted best burger and fry platter in the North, you need to try the Matagami River Fries Inc., located at the Mount Joy Pavilion. Your one-stop do-it-yourself home hardware store is Timmins Home Improvement Center, located 89 Wilson Avenue. For the best wood-fired pizzas in the North, you need to try Sparks Pizza. Also stop in for their $13 lunch specials every day from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Ready to go at sparkspizza.ca. Sign up for Intro to Sewing this week at Quilts for Survivors. The workshop is geared for beginners. Inquire today, quiltsforsurvivors.ca. Before you cast that line, stop in for live bait at Canadian Tire Timmins. They now carry live minnows, leeches, and worms. Sign up for fall DARE classes with DARE Timmins for grades 5 and 6 in both English and in French. Lemieux Rick at yahoo.ca. The courses start September 17th. Shifted to Drive sales event is on now at Timmins Hyundai. Book a test drive at a brand new 2025 Tucson plug-in hybrid, located 800 Riverside Drive. The forecast is hot this week for a round of mini putt at the mini putt and batting cages. Stop in and visit Don Marcoux today, located at the back of Hollinger Park. Sled wraps, vehicle wraps, graphic design, and more. Call John and Sean at 13 Designs. We did Sean or John at 13designs.ca. The best prices and mega deals are waiting for you at Matheson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It's worth the drive, 349 Highway 11 in Matheson. Happy 90th to the Schumacher Lions Club, giving back to this community since 1935. Book a family deal this week at Midtown Bowl, starting at $59.99 per hour. Book your fun where the climate is always controlled, 705-267-3500. And save 10% off select flooring this week at J&R Custom Cabinets. Also buy now and pay later. Design, build, enjoy, 1150 Riverside Drive. For the best glass and window replacement in the North, you need to try Canada Glass, 95 Wilson Avenue, 705-264-9441. And no job big or small for DAP Cleaning Solutions, who now do dump runs. Call for your free quote today, 705-465-3500. Every Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 2, come and shop the Urban Park Markets with the Downtown Timmins BIA. For all the details, visit downtowntimmins.com. And this is the final week of the Timmins Square Sidewalk Sale. Come and shop the hot deals this week at Timmins Square. The best in the courier department is Robert Champagne at Timmins Courier Service. Locally owned and operated for over 45 years. Call Robert today, 705-266-4285. For more on the Week Out Talk Show, follow Mel and Mel with the Connect Hers & Co. Jackpot days are hot at Jackpot Time Timmins. Also hit up their Facebook page for amazing July giveaways. Enroll now for fall at Northern College. More than 75 programs to choose from, northerncollege.ca. And they've got your back and the coverage you need. That's PAIB Insurance Inc. What are you waiting for? Call for a consult today, 705-360-5300. And still time to register your child for kindergarten this fall with the Northeastern Catholic District School Board. Online, ncdsb.on.ca. And the Timmins Festival and Events Committee thank you for rocking Rock on the River. They can't wait to reveal the details on their 10th anniversary coming out next July. And Lucian Transportation are hiring drivers for Timmins and Cochrane. Get yourself signed up today with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. 705-360-4090. And get set for the biggest Snap-on tool event in history. Happens this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 976 Gold Mine Road. Tons of tools, deals, and amazing giveaways. And Launch Canada is back with Canada's premier rocketry challenge. August 16th and 17th at the Sportsplex. Also with the rocket launches live from the Matagami First Nation, August 18th to the 22nd.
All right,
We're back.
We're solving the world's problems here,
The
Kinsman.
world's problem.
What
One
was
patch
the,
at a time.
Well, everyone
Yeah.
owns a Leafs hat. What was your solution?
I love my Leafs trucker hat. Yeah, from the vintage patch.
The one thing, we were chatting about on the break is the fact that, I'm going to call your store like a shopping experience.
It is.
So, there are, I know a lot of folks who are into collectibles and they tell me, listen, yeah, I can find something online, but what I really enjoy is going in and seeing the quality, feeling the texture, seeing other options I may not even know that I wanted to have.
Yeah.
Like and it's fun. And that's one of the beautiful things that you folks offer. Because like you said, you can come in there thinking 5 minutes and then you're in there like an hour.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody walks in and they do the circuit and walk out, I know they haven't seen anything. They're thinking about their marriage or how much money they owe or whatever it is. They're not looking
They're
right.
not in the zone.
And then people come in and they and I could spend all day here, and then some of them do.
Yeah.
So it's not all out, just what you see is not all out. And you're right. I mean, it's very interesting how I can't explain in this format why this patch and this patch, which look the same, are 40 years difference in age. I can't explain that. I mean, I can try, but just feel it, smell it.
Yeah.
I ask people to smell patches.
Yeah.
They look at me. Some guys look at me angrily
they're
when
cross-eyed.
it's their girlfriend or wife I'm saying, hey, smell this. But, I mean, they have an old smell, some of them. They're
Yeah.
not offensive. It's just, it's a bit musty, right?
The vintage smell.
We had,
Antiques.
we have a bunch of people walk by, a lot of people actually throughout the day, and they tell us all types of stuff. There's one gentleman that walked by today. He had just purchased a hat from your store. He's like, oh, thanks, Klomp. You got me to buy a
You
hat.
got him to spend some
I'm
money.
like, and he looked good. He was an older gentleman.
Yeah.
He had a navy blue trucker's hat on. I forget what type
And
of
they
hat.
look good.
Looked like some aviation patch, but then his wife's like, she looked so happy for him. Like he was super proud. I'm like, that's kind of a cool moment.
Yeah, we had a guy in his 70s and his wife come in yesterday, and he picked up a large native patch, right?
Yeah.
And said, can you put this on my jacket? Yes, and then he wanted an eagle, so he went away and got another jacket and came back, and it still had a tag on it and put the eagle on it. Man, the guy's smile walking out the door, that's gratifying,
Yeah, it really is.
right? And I mean,
Customers for life.
he's not going to regret that in 2 days. He's
No.
just going to keep wearing the same 2 jackets, and eventually his wife will kill him, right? So, helping homicide everywhere. We're trying our best here.
We are.
Try your best. One province at a time. Here.
All right, so we are going to rock and roll into the Wheel of Winning. So how it works on our show, anyone who places a comment gets their name automatically into the Wheel of Winning.
the draw, yeah.
And this will be your prize pack. All these are yours. The exception is the flag. You're allowed to interchange it for any of the flags you see in the store.
Unless they like that one right there.
Yeah. And just, if you're 19 plus, go check the back door room too, because there could be something that...
So it'll be something back there.
Well, give me the cliche. Different strokes,
Different strokes for different folks.
Thanks, Steve.
That's right.
Or, it's not available because there's only one and it's in my desk drawer, but there was a Billy Squire patch that I found. It said, no stroke, no backstage.
I bet. Rock and roll. All right, so this is our Wheel of Winning, and we're going to rock into it right now.
The Wheel of Winning, brought to you by PAIB Insurance Inc. We are real people dealing with real people. Locally owned and operated in downtown Timmins, 101 Pine Street South. Call toll free 1-844-360-5300.
All right, so we will roll the Wheel of Winning, and we will. All you need to do is go into the store because we will. Well, you'll see the name.
You'll
We'll
see the
write down
name,
the
and
for
that
you.
person will walk in. There's Amanda St. Jean.
There you
She'll
go.
be heading to the vintage patch.
Yeah,
next
that's
door.
right. Let's give
Pick
her
up her
the
prize
yes.
pack.
Oh, we'll never forget the yes.
It's the
Kinsman.
official yes.
You want to hear one more? That deserves a double yes.
It's a double yes.
A beautiful thing. Okay, so Amanda St. Jean is your winner. So she's just going to be able to come into the store, say she's Amanda, and good to go.
Very good.
Unless there's
right.
400
Very-
Amanda St.
Well,
Jeans.
that's it. Within mall hours, again, Timmins Square, right
only
next to our studio.
Yeah.
And Adam and Jess will be taking
Yeah.
care of you. And keep in mind, the vintage patch only here for 3 weeks. So far, days 1 and 2, what do you have to say about the Timmins hospitality
You know
so
what?
far?
Everybody seems to know what they want. They seem knowledgeable. We've been in markets where they walk in, they know exactly what they're looking for, what they like. They're open to other things and super polite. It's like being on the East Coast, right? This is not a Toronto crowd, and we're loving it.
Yeah.
So, and look, our neighbors, there's a couple of guys broadcasting next door. God, the noise late at night.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
they-
comes from this
we're
studio.
wild animals in here, I tell you.
you guys have been great, and I want to thank you for having me on your
we got your
on
back.
your
Just
couch,
bumped
I
around
guess.
There, Adam. And again,
Cheers.
thumbs up to Jess, who's back at the store right
She
now.
better be.
Back at the
I tell you.
the mothership there.
Yeah.
Vintage Patch. Again, it's a unique, one-of-a-kind store.
Yeah.
And it's here in Timmins for the next 3 weeks.
Thank you.
And you make sure Amanda gets that Maple Leaf bumper sticker, Kinsman.
That's
It-
right.
It is,
Well,
it
Adam's
is
going
part
to
of
take
the
this
prize.
with her. She's going to pick up that prize next door.
All right. Yes. Very
Yeah.
good. Well, thank you so much. I know we'll be talking a bunch. Appreciate you coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, we're taking next week off. So our next live show, we'll have some programming, but
Yeah.
our next live show is the Tuesday after the long
The
weekend.
long
Kinsman.
weekend.
Can you
Yes, we
believe this?
will.
All right, Kinsman. Oh, you're going to come back with
More
a
time. Well, I'm
greater
going to
beard.
come back with more hats from the Vintage Patch.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I will. Yeah.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Third shot, I'm wounded, empty. I cry out, but no one's listening now. But I can't back down. Third shot, I'm wounded, empty. Can't shout, 'cause no one hears me now. Still I can't back down. Come thunder and storm, I won't ever fall. I won't turn around. I can't American beauty. This feeling is new to me. I'm not a repeated new feelings and things. I'm a repeated new feelings and things. American beauty. This feeling is new to me. American beauty. No until I'm next to you. My head stays spinning. American beauty. Don't fool my lights. I'm down till next to you. I'm down till I'm next to you. My head stays spinning.